The mark of history is like a branding iron, imposed on people, places, things, and events in a way that is subjective, arbitrary, even unfair. Passed down through oral traditions and the various forms of documentation, it's a thoroughly human pursuit, and therefore replete with all of our error-prone ways. But when a history sticks, it's hard to change, and often goes unquestioned. In Canada's Lake of the Woods, a small island named Massacre, on which a massacre may or may not have taken place. To be clear, the massacre did take place, just not necessarily here. It easily could have been one of the other nearby islands. Maybe it's besides the point, or maybe it's the point precisely. I'm not here to answer that, nor do I presume to be able to contribute meaningfully to any sort of understanding of what did or didn't happen here. Clearly, I wasn't alive in the year of 1736. For this particular history, I'm going off a telling of the historical event that is largely crowdsourced, as is the nature of Wikipedia. And according to that, and the sources therein, the facts are as follows. A group of 21 French explorers and traders were camped on an island, eating breakfast before they would continue on to their destination of Fort Kaministiquia, when they were ambushed by about 100 Lakota and Dakota warriors. All of the men were killed. This much would be found in most accounts of the event. But it's when you dig deeper to uncover the why, that's when the true nature of history unfolds on itself. The greater contexts of the fur trade, and the shifting alliances and rivalries between the indigenous people groups and the Europeans. These are stories which reveal as much about the teller as the historical events being told. There are no passive participants. So even as I fancy myself a voyeur of islands, dipping in and out of Google Earth, following only the winds of curiosity, I'm starting to understand that telling stories is inherently participating in history. And while that initially feels daunting and overwhelming, perhaps I can come to appreciate it as a responsibility and a privilege. Or maybe I'm just being grandiose. To now zoom out from Massacre Island, I'm left feeling a bit incomplete, like a story with an unresolved ending. And at the same time, I'm changed. This is why I explore, even in this odd way, to seek and sometimes find, but sometimes not find, and to always look inwards.